Hey guys, this is Isaac with SomeFriends Studios. I hope you'll forgive me for recording in my room. We usually do it in a study area out there, so it's a little more of a neutral background, but hey, I can advertise for the games I like, why not? So, we're back from holiday break. Got to have a lot of fun with friends, family, played some airsoft. I know you probably can't tell in this video, but this is a scab from getting hit by an airsoft pellet. Little plastic BBs that shoot out of electrical guns at like 600 feet per second. Had to clarify that because I know what it does look like on the video. Excuse me. So we've been talking a lot lately about marketing for our game. It's something that I've been kind of reading up on. I don't have that much experience with it. I've read about a couple other game companies in the late 90s, early 2000s, what they did. Obviously things have changed a little bit, and I plan on doing some more reading on what's good for today's market. But we have kind of decided to change the approach we're taking to our game. We've, for the longest time, had this enemy, the cancer enemy. In the beginning, we weren't even going to reveal that that's what this thing was. That was just a term that we used internally because that's what inspired the look of this creature, but it wasn't literally supposed to be cancer. It was just basically our form of a Goomba with much more interesting functionality. But over time, that's obviously what we've referred to it in the videos that we've released. We've used that phrase so much internally that I think most people are pretty aware that that's what's called externally as well. So as I've been thinking about marketing, I've been thinking about ways to kind of get word of our game out there to more people. And I mean, just long story short, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this idea of the cancer and really roll with that a little bit more, make it more the focus of the game. Our prototype will only have the cancer Goomba enemy. We have a lot of other ones planned for post-prototype, post-Kickstarter. But they weren't related to the cancer. They were just other cellular or surreal sort of molecular enemies with different functions. And we decided, well, why not change that? Why not make all the enemies cancer cells, different variations of cancer cells? So as you go through the game, you're fighting all these different types of cancer that can take over your body and ultimately harm you. But then as we thought about it more, we kind of realized, and I kind of realized, that there were some real world implications to that. It not only changes the game story that our character is going through, but it changes the experience that the players have, definitely, in a very drastic way. Even if the gameplay remains the same, the knowledge that you're fighting cancer changes a lot. So we've just been thinking about it a lot lately, and it's occurring to me more and more that this might really be the best thing for us to do for the game, to help get word out, to put a larger cause inside of the game rather than just this little cellular guy running around trying to find his other half, it's going to be great. We've got a lot of cool stuff planned, but doing something a little more important, a little more impactful, I guess. And it's not only going to be more impactful for players. I think if we do go this route and decide to make it cancer, it's going to lead the members of SomeFriends Studios to some interesting places as well. Because of course we'll have to research it, and if we're taking that approach, it's going to lend a darker undertone to the game. The game is not necessarily about being dark. There's a little bit of darkness to it, but it's nothing that wouldn't be kid friendly. And just adding this subtle undertone or this meta story of combating cancer, I think it'll be interesting to see what happens to SomeFriends Studios if we do end up doing that, and I think we will. We might even end up trying to get some real world stories involved with the game, or get this game in the hands of people and kids who are fighting with cancer, which, that has a chance to really severely, drastically change our lives and our view on the reach and effect that our game can have. So it's a lot of stuff that I've been thinking about lately, you know, we're still in the middle of this process, so I don't know what exactly is gonna happen with that. But yeah, some interesting stuff going on. Changing our story up or adding a secondary story on top of what we already had. So yeah, thanks for watching. We got some updates coming pretty soon this month, so stay tuned and we'll see you next time.